Hello, class. I met with students yesterday for office hours and I answered a few questions. Most of those questions were the same questions, and some of you are sending me emails asking those questions. So I'm going to answer some of them today for everybody, just in case. And I just want to thank and do a little shout out to a few of you who emailed me or met with me during office hours. It's really good to see you face to face, even if it's for a few minutes. And remember, you do get some extra credit for jumping on those office hours with me this week and next week. All right, so let's just talk first about lectures and asynchronous classes. So this is an asynchronous class. That means that I pre-record all of my lectures, all of the material, whether I'm going over a book, whether I'm discussing an essay, whether I'm giving you background information for writing, foundational or basic skills. Any of those lectures are going to be pre-recorded, and then I usually add a link to them on Canvas for the week. I post all of my materials on Tuesday mornings, so you'll be able to see all new materials starting next week up on Tuesday morning. That means any lectures or anything like that usually will be posted on Tuesday morning. Sometimes I'll let you know, hey, a lecture is going to be up on Wednesday or Thursday. It's to give you guys a little extra time to do your reading or for whatever reasons. But all of those lectures are pre-recorded and you can watch them during the week at your convenience at a time that you don't have to work or that you're maybe going from one place to another, and you can usually listen to them. I try to have the closed captioning in all of the videos, and you can take them in bite-sized pieces, but I do try to keep them a little bit shorter for you to watch. But you can definitely break it up, and you don't have to watch a 20-minute lecture all in 20 minutes. You can watch 5 minutes and 5 minutes, depending on how you take notes and all of those kinds of things. So those are the lectures that make up the entire class. All 18 weeks, you're going to get lectures about every week, even some short lectures. Some of them might even be like 5 minutes or less, that just go over specific things. Live lectures are not mandatory and are all recorded. So they're uploaded after the lecture. And you'll get, about 2 weeks beforehand, you'll get a little email, and it'll be on a module to let you know that I'm going to do a live recording of a lecture. And I love to have all my students on those live lectures. It really adds to the lecture, and we can have a discussion face to face. So that's really nice. But it is not mandatory, and you can watch the lecture later on during the week when you need to. So just keep in mind that those lectures are weekly and they're pretty timely, so you need to watch them within the week. You can't watch them 3 weeks later because you'll probably be a little bit backwards getting your work done. So make sure that you're keeping up with the lectures that are pre-recorded. And I'll let you know ahead of time if we have a lecture that's not pre-recorded, that's a live. And with those, you're going to be just basically jumping on a Zoom meeting with me, and I'll do the lecture that way and I can talk to you. And then those meetings are sent via invite and are on modules, like I said. So you can do that at your convenience. That's asynchronous. So the other stuff I wanted to answer were a couple of things about the class itself. So like I said, every Tuesday your work is uploaded and posted. And so that's usually weekly work. Larger assignments, ahead of time, at least 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time, when that due date is going to be, and we'll be working through that essay for about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. So you'll have plenty of time to work on a larger assignment, like a 4-page essay or a 5-page essay. Okay. Attendance. So the way that I mark attendance is based on whether or not you're showing up to the discussion boards every week. We pretty much have a discussion board every single week. Sometimes it's based off of the readings. Sometimes it's something that you're going to work on as a group. Whatever the discussion board is for the week, make sure that you get it done in a timely manner. So usually I post the discussion board on Tuesday morning, and you'll have probably till Thursday to answer it. But those times change. So sometimes I give you a little bit of extra time. You can turn it in by Friday or Saturday. At the top of the assignment, you're going to see the due date. There's always going to be 2 due dates, usually with a discussion board, because I want you to post your answers or post your replies, and then I want you to reply to 1 or 2 other people in the group or in the class. And so there'll be 2 due dates for that. Usually the first, your post, and the second, the post replies to others. I check those. I look at all of the discussion posts, what you're writing about, and all of those kinds of things, and I mark attendance based on discussion posts and your attendance at those, and that you're turning those in on time. And then I also do attendance based on participation for weekly work. So if you're turning in your assignments on time during the week, then you're getting full attendance for that. You also get points associated with participation or discussion board points, and those are points for the class. So I do both. I take attendance and I give you points for attending and being a student that turns in your work on time. So those are the 2 major things that I wanted to talk about. I also wanted to remind you to take a look at your modules. I want you to go through those modules when you get the new module on Tuesdays. You're going to take a look at those modules. I want you to look at every single page on the module for the week. Make sure that you're checking it on Tuesdays. It's okay if you don't check it on Tuesday morning, it'll be up Tuesday morning, but make sure you check it on Tuesday and that you go through every single page. Some modules will pop up and they'll be 6 or 7 pages, including 2 assignments. So make sure you're keeping track of those assignments by going from one module page to the next by clicking that next button. It's really helpful to do it that way, and students don't miss out on important assignments because they're not looking at the calendar, or they're looking at the calendar, they're not looking through the modules. Go through the modules. It's my #1 way to keep track in this class, is to do that. Then you can ask questions, jump on office hours, do any of that stuff for the rest of the week if you have questions, but make sure you go through those modules. And I strongly suggest for this class, to get the units that to pass the class, you need to be setting aside at least 4 to 8 hours a week to work on this class. 4 to 8 hours a week, looking at lectures, reading the assignments, reading on your own, and replying and doing assignments that are writing assignments. So working on all of that stuff is pretty important. Make sure that you're keeping up with the work. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.